Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors for a review of this Porsche 911 991 Carrera S. And I would like to cover why this is probably, in my opinion, a really pure, simple spec 911 as opposed to some other Carrera S that are, in my opinion, a bit too gimmicky. So let's get to it. So before we dive into reviewing this 911, please don't forget to press that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Creating content like this does require a lot of time and, investing our resources into scripting it, remembering the ins and outs and researching the history of something like this. So do press that subscribe button and let's just dive into this 911. Well, we are settled in. All good to go, and let's start this engine. The rear spoiler is up. These cars, the 991s, were introduced in 2011 at the Frankfurt Motor Show. They were equipped with the 3.8 litre Boxer naturally aspirated flat 6 engine, which was the first time that Porsche, not the first time actually, the third time Porsche built a completely new car from the ground up. New chassis, suspension, interior, exterior. I mean, the whole styling of it, everything was completely new. I mean, there isn't much in this that's been carried on to this vehicle from its predecessor. Even down to the fact that the PDK gearbox, yes, it was used in the 997 Gen 2, but in the 991, between gear 1 to 6, it has a better gear sport ratio, so you're able to achieve the top speed in the 6th gear, which is 188 miles per hour. In terms of the slight comparison between the predecessor, the 997, the 991 is slightly larger and bigger, with the wheelbase increased by 100 millimeters over the 997 and the overall length by approximately 70 millimeters. Despite this being a slightly bigger, larger 911, it's actually lighter than the 997 because this uses high steel strength and various composites and aluminium extremely well. Some of the other purest spec, in my opinion, is obviously the PASM comes in as standard, the limited slip that I've already touched on, but it's, as a matter of fact, the 20-inch Carrera Classic alloys. They look absolutely phenomenal and obviously powder coated in the satin black. And the vehicle is in the Basel Black Metallic, which in my opinion works extremely well as a color combination. On the interior, we've already talked about the sport steering wheel. It's got the sport seats, which are also heated, with Bose navigation connectivity, mobile Bluetooth, really all the modern tech one would want in a car, especially a Porsche 911. They've done a phenomenal job, again, by not creating a product that is revolutionary, but as a matter of fact, evolutionary. And since the 991 Gen 1, the 911s and even the Caymans are now turbocharged, except the GT3, the GT4, so anything that comes out of the GT department are not turbocharged, but anything else out of Porsche in general, as a matter of fact, are turbocharged. I mean, I've enjoyed driving this, and it's actually put a smile on my face the minute I saw the spec of it, the color of it, and the way it was spec'd by the previous owner. And credit to him for, as a matter of fact, speccing a car with a purist idea, even to the degree of not having the sunroof. It just leaves nicer, simpler lines, and something that I've always admired and appreciated 911s for is the fact that the interior and exterior quality, and the overall construction of it is pretty much bulletproof. I mean, you've got the use of the Alcantara here on the roof lining. Everything here is in its place, and it's properly there and not knocking about and not making any sort of noises whatsoever. The door handles are beautiful, and it's got a sleekness, and it's got this aluminium finish to it here, where the cup holders come out from through this center bit in the middle. And really, this is one car that you could daily, as an everyday thing, and put tens of thousands of miles on it should you want. Or it could be a weekend car if you're not going to be dailying it as such. The mileage is still pretty reasonable. It's at 42,872 miles as of today. And overall, the condition of it for its age is another thing that is pretty fantastic. This is a car that is 10 years old, but credit to its previous owners for maintaining it and keeping it in the condition that they've kept it, which is pretty much true for most of the 911s out there. You do have extremely caring customers for these cars. In terms of the number of owners, in total this has had 3 owners. The current owner has kept it for 3 years. That is the 3rd owner. It's got a full Porsche service history. All of the servicing have been done at a main dealer. We've got a fully stamped up Porsche service book. And the majority of the service book, in case you're curious which centre it has been done at, is at Porsche Centre, East London. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if we deserve that subscribe, please press it. We're at 600 subscribers, and we do want to grow this community of ours of reviewing these cars. There's a lot of resources and time that goes into it, so I really hope you've enjoyed it, and that from my point of view, you can see the joy that this gives me. But let's have one last spin. 4th, 3rd. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can carry on driving. I mean, who wouldn't want to drive it more than what I've driven it so far for this review? And lucky to be doing what I'm doing. It puts a smile on my face, and I'm sure whoever out there decides to buy it would absolutely love it. So thank you. I'm going to be getting back to have my lunch. I've still got a bit more work to do. Bye bye. Ciao ciao. Sports button as I'm on. Beautiful. Woo! Sounds beautiful, sounds amazing. This is what you expect out of a 911. This beautiful synergy between man and car. This is music. Oh, so beautiful.